today's YouTube video. It's Laura and Tickner here, and I'm excited today. I've got my mojo back for vlogging, so thumbs up to that, hit subscribe. I'm not too sure where this YouTube video is gonna go yet. I'm documenting my journey as a 21-year-old entrepreneur, staying healthy. While doing so, I've got a massive launch this week, so by the time you watch this video, the launch will be going on for Impact Through Influence. I have been really working hard. I like to think of life as a series of volume dials, and if you've heard me say this before, then you are a real OG. So right now I'm about to go see my friends, and I'm so excited to see them. They've all come back from university, but I've had to say no to seeing them quite a lot recently because I am working on launching at the moment, okay? So life is a series of volume dials. Here's what I mean. So let's say you have your business and your work, maybe it's your university work. Next up you have your family life, your friends, socializing, all that stuff. Next up you have your fitness and your nutrition. Let's say you were dieting, you'd have to turn it up a little bit more because you need to focus on it a little bit more, okay? So overall it balances out. However, sometimes I think balance is such a strange and interesting concept because I think that sometimes certain things are going to be turned up and you're going to be focusing on them so much. Like me right now in my business, this is the biggest launch I've ever had. So I'm literally all the way up here, turned up, blasting through the rooftops. The bass is like boom, 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 boom. That's where I am right now. And that means that for my social life, I'm down. I'm having to say no, despite the fact that my friends have just come back from university and I'm so excited to go see them today. But I'm having to turn it down because I need to focus on my business. Okay, so that's like balancing that out. And then my fitness, I'm not dieting or anything right now. I have literally, I would say I have really great balance with food, but I'm not focusing on it. And to be quite frank, I'm just not even thinking about it. It's just habitual to me. Okay, so this series of volume dials, I think that they are a dial until they become habitual. So for me, my fitness and my nutrition and stuff kind of like is just out the window because I don't even need to think about that anymore because it is habitual. It's now important for me to try and get everything back in equilibrium, but it is okay. Like sometimes you're gonna have to go all in because I had the launch. I needed to focus on the launch. Otherwise things wouldn't have gone as we wanted them to go and I wouldn't have got all the work done that I needed to get done. Sometimes, yeah, I could have pushed it back a couple of weeks or something, but my business partner and I, we chose this date, we're sticking to it, and it meant that I had to just take everything else down. I literally just bought a green screen to make my content even better. That doesn't look very green. It's blue. Just kidding, it's green. I'm not too sure how to do this. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I look so small right now. I have to figure out how to edit the background. Why didn't it do that cool thing that it always does when everyone else clicks their fingers and then the green goes to like a beach in Miami? I'm gonna have to try this in a different way. Let's try this one more time because I want to be sipping margaritas on a beach in Miami. Hey, here we are. This is so cool. I feel like I've just suddenly got a new magic power. It's the next day, it's the next morning, and it's as though I'm hungover, but I'm not. I don't drink a massive amount. Well, I do sometimes, but not in a launch period. And obviously I'm launching at the moment, so I need to focus on my work, like I mentioned, about the whole balance shenanigans. But something very suboptimal happened, and sometimes life gets in the way, and it means that certain things can't occur. And it's like a roadblock, okay, and you need to get over that roadblock. So went to my friends, had an amazing time, ate some salmon, ate some chocolate cake, ate some amazing banoffee pie, and then I got home at like 1, and then at 3 I woke up and I felt like I was going to vomit my guts out. So I'm sorry, that's really gross, but I haven't been sick for ages, and I wasn't sick. I feel like I can kind of control it in my head sometimes, and so I was like, I'm not gonna be sick, I'm not gonna be sick, I'm not gonna be sick. Does anyone else get that? Like where you feel like you can kind of control it? So I went back to sleep. I then woke up at the next hour. I just kept waking up every hour to go and be sick, but I was never actually sick. And so then all of today I just had a cold shower to try and make myself feel better. I'm starting to feel a bit better now. I ate some food and then that just made me feel way worse. And so, it's just not ideal because I have so much filming that I need to do for Impact Through Influence, for the sales funnels and for all the different stuff which is going into the launch. But look at me, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, would you want to buy something off a chick that looks like this? Because she doesn't look like she has her life together? So that's where I'm coming from today. I just thought, right, I'm gonna do behind the scenes stuff. So I'm editing this video that you're watching now, and it's so funny because I broke my laptop screen. I don't know if I told you, I was walking up the stairs and I spilt a mug of tea on my laptop. And so I don't know, it doesn't look as bad on here, but look how trippy this is. My journey as a 21-year-old entrepreneur. Yeah, so that's my life right now. A few roadblocks, a few hurdles, but we're overcoming them. We are going to conquer them and get past them. And so the moral of this video is basically balance. What is balance? Is balance a thing? Can we achieve balance in our lives? Now, I think, like I mentioned, I really think that balance is an equilibrium, and at some points we're up on other things, on some points we're down on other things. I think we constantly strive to find an equilibrium to get to that center ground, but I think it's okay if we're not at that center ground. And I think sometimes you have to say no to your friends. You have to say no to that chocolate cake. You have to perhaps, I don't know, take yourself away from certain scenarios so that you can go all in on the other scenarios, and the door is about to slam, so I'm sorry in advance. Yep. I think balance is a funny one. I think it's interesting. It's the type of thing that I speak about on my new podcast, the Millennial Podcast. And by the way, it made it to 14th in the world in all business charts within 24 hours of launching, and that is thanks to you hitting subscribe on it. So I've left it in the, I was about to say I've left it in the show notes, but that's what you say on a podcast. I've left it in the description box below, and I always leave loads of random stuff linked in the description box below, so just go have a little scroll through that and just have a browse. It's a bit like window shopping, but for all the stuff that I'm a fan of. This is what we're working with, a very broken screen. It doesn't look too bad actually, but just preparing for the live workshop. I am feeling pretty nervous today. I don't know why. It's a really long workshop, and I've put my heart and soul into it, so I hope it goes down well. So basically the sales funnel for Impact Your Influence pretty much goes, we're driving people to a workshop, and then after the workshop they're essentially going to be given so much value, and then we're gonna see if we get enrollments. So now it's just time to see how it goes. We've already had a couple of people enroll already before they've even seen the workshop. I haven't even advertised that it's open already, but there are a few people who are DMing me who are so ready to start because they see the value in it already so much. So that's super exciting. 50 spots available, so we'll see how it goes. But you're watching this the day after we did this workshop, and I'm just like gonna edit this into the end of the video on my very broken Final Cut Pro. Oh my gosh, when I try edit on Final Cut Pro, look at that, look how overexposed that is. It looks so horrendous, but you're obviously watching this to see how it actually looks, and it looks much better in real life. To focus on the launch. It's so bad. It's just like super laggy and trippy, so I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to read the slides, okay? 4 minutes to go. We have 402. It was so fun. Oh my gosh, I am so tired now, and I love doing that so much. So thank you to everybody who came. I know so many people got so much value, so it was awesome. Have a lovely night.